The International Corporate Management Bikes simulation is designed for integrative business courses. It provides participants with a profound understanding of an entire business enterprise within a global market environment. The decision content includes marketing, product development, traditional and web sales channels, human resource management, finance, accounting, manufacturing, and quality management. The participants also deal with changes in the economic and political situation, which are reflected in shifting demand and exchange rates between regions. The game is set for 8 quarters or decision rounds, each taking 4 to 4.5 hours to complete. You will start a new firm, which will enter into the carbon fiber bicycle industry. The firm will be introducing a new line of carbon fiber bikes into 20 international markets. Your goal is to build a profitable company. There are 5 market segments to serve in the bike market. Each segment has different needs, and each requires a different marketing strategy to appeal to it. In order to provide your seed capital, your team will invest money in your own firm by selling stock to yourselves. You will invest $4 million within the first 4 quarters. Later on, you will be able to receive up to $4 million in additional investment from venture capitalists. You will also be able to take out conventional and long-term loans from the bank. The ever-changing economic and political situation plays itself out in the exchange rates between regions. These changes affect the attractiveness and cost of business in each market. The industry newsletter will be your source for current and projected trends in international relationships and economic conditions. You will receive information about the exchange rates between different world markets. In each quarter, you will need to use the industry newsletter information to predict how the economic and political situation will affect exchange rates in the future. The Balanced Scorecard is the most important measure of your firm's total performance. It evaluates your performance in all areas of business to produce a total score. You will be able to watch your score throughout the exercise. You will need to analyze the initial market research data. You will review the customer's needs for each segment, ranked in terms of their importance. Additional information will tell you how the customers will use their bicycles, what price they're willing to pay, what the market potential and media preferences are for each segment. You will also learn about the typical workers' compensation plans in the industry. After you have analyzed the market research, you will need to decide on your initial market strategy. Part of this strategy will be to select your primary and secondary target segments. You will design a product for each of your target segments. The design process will include naming your product and selecting its features from the list of available components. Later on, you will be able to invest in research and development of new components. Although expensive, these new components will enable you to design new products that will better meet the needs of your target customers. You will also be able to license these R&D technologies to or from your competitors. You will be able to design several ads and link them with specific brands or use them to advertise for the company as a whole. The ad design process will include naming the ad and selecting which benefits will be mentioned. You will then indicate how many times you want your ads to appear in the media during the quarter. You will also be able to advertise in regional magazines and local newspapers in order to more tightly focus your message to specific segments. The next step will be to price your products. You may also offer a rebate to entice price-conscious customers. Entering a sales priority will tell your staff which brand should have the most selling emphasis. You will specify which stores you wish to open. You will start with 1 or 2 offices and then expand in the future. Note both the setup cost and the lease cost associated with each location. You will hire salespeople for your stores. Be aware of the annual compensation per salesperson in each city. You could also train some of your salespeople to focus on a specific segment or service support. The extra training cost is listed in the table. Later on, you will be able to offer special training programs and sales contests to further motivate your sales force. In addition to traditional stores, you may set up regional web centers, which will serve and support the customers who shop on the internet. If you have a web center, you will decide how many sales and technical support personnel to hire for your web sales channel. There are tactics you can deploy to increase the number of visitors to your website. Each of them has an associated setup cost. You will need to choose a quarterly budget, and in some cases, pay commission to business partners. More options will become available in later quarters. Similarly, you will deploy tactics that increase the probability that visitors to your website will buy while they are there. You will decide on the compensation plans for your employees. The table lists the typical Salesforce compensation packages for bicycle firms in different regions. The productivity of your salespeople will be affected by how well your compensation package compares to your competitors and the norm of the bicycle industry. You will decide how much to pay your salespeople and what kinds of benefits they receive. You will be adjusting this decision in the future as you compete with the compensation plans of other firms in the market. You will be making similar decisions about your production workers' compensation. You will choose a production facility location and specify its initial capacity in units per day. You will be able to increase this capacity in the future. Pay attention to the capital investment necessary for each increase in capacity. You will forecast your demand and set the operating capacity for your production facility. By setting the operating capacity, you decide what portion of the fixed production capacity to use. This will determine how many workers to hire and for how long to operate your 3D printers during each workday. You may also use overtime to expand your production capacity in case demand exceeds the scheduled operating capacity. The production simulation will allow you to see how your demand projections, productivity, estimates, and capacity decisions will affect your production operations for the coming quarter, as well as the production costs. It will also allow you to project your pro forma financial statements. You will need to pay attention to the reliability of your products. Low reliability gives your company a bad image and causes high warranty costs. You can implement quality inspection to prevent defective products from being shipped to the customer. However, to treat the root of the problem, you will need to improve the production process. The first step in improving the quality of your production process is the variance study. The variance study will determine the extent to which components are manufactured outside of specific tolerances. You can then perform a source study to find the source of the production errors. The variance and source studies on the manufactured components will guide you as you determine which actions to take to improve the reliability of your production process. You will also decide how much to invest in each action. As you make your business decisions, your expenses and investments will be posted to the appropriate accounting ledger, and your cash flow statement, income statement, and balance sheet will be adjusted accordingly. You will be able to prepare financial projections for your company. Your pro forma accounting statements will reflect all of your expenses and projected revenues for the current quarter. After each decision period, you will review your cash flow, income statement, and balance sheet. These statements allow you to watch your cash positions, profits, inventory, debt, and assets. Throughout the exercise, you will receive an assortment of feedback information for your firm to review. You will find out how customers reacted to your marketing activities, as well as those of your competitors. You will see how your decisions have affected your firm financially. You will also learn about the strategic and tactical decisions of your competitors. You will receive detailed market demand and market share reports. You can review the information about your demand, revenues, and lost sales. This information is broken out by brand, region, and sales channel. The revenues and costs in each region are adjusted according to the current exchange rates. Similar reports will help you analyze your brand profitability and regional profitability. You will receive detailed feedback about the quality of your marketing decisions. The brand judgment measures how much a market segment likes the design of each brand on a scale from 0 to 100. The ad judgment will help you analyze the quality of your ad designs. The price judgment will tell you how satisfied the customers were with the price of each brand on the market. The reliability judgment will indicate the quality and reliability of your production process. You will also be able to review the activity and cost of your production line in previous quarters. Pay attention to your stockouts and ending inventory. In addition to this information, you will receive detailed reports about the results of your quality improvement actions. Additional information that you receive with the results will include details about your competitors' demand, brand designs, and their reliability, prices, ad campaigns, production facility, and store locations, sales force and web support decisions, workers' compensation plans, and a host of financial industry ratios. The industry newsletter will keep you informed of any changes in economic and political situations that may affect your business. In the course of the exercise, you will continually analyze your results and improve your strategy and tactics. You will expand your brand assortment and enter into new markets with the goal of increasing your market share and profits. The decision content will be gradually expanded as the game progresses. After the last decision round, you will be presented with your final performance score. The score will be based on the cumulative balanced scorecard for the past 4 quarters.